So something just leaked not too long ago. So there was a Spider-Man online, like, only video game title that came out, leaked anyway. It's a trailer that kind of shows 4 major characters, I think it was, or 5. Miles, 2099, Gwen, and regular Spider-Man, and Ben Reilly. At least that's some of the skins. Now, you see 2 of them at the same, or 4 or 5 of them playing. And that's the thing. It's supposed to be a multiverse game. Now, if anybody's played 2, I know this is going to be a slight spoiler alert for a side mission, but there is a little bit of multiversal stuff in it. It's just more of a quick nod. If you collect all the little spiders, then you find out each spider is from a different universe, and that's the whole thing. It's a multiverse little effect. So if you like the multiverse, Spider-Man movies, which I don't know who wouldn't. If you don't, then we can't be friends. But if you do, this would be the game for you. Now, I'm only going to say if this was to be released. I wouldn't hold my breath. Even though Insomniac is really good, at the same time, studios have been interfering with games lately. Let's just use Suicide Squad, for instance. The creators, great creators. The graphics were pretty good. Sometimes they didn't look as detailed as, like, Batman Arkham Knight, but they still weren't just horrible. The only problem is it's a looter shooter that kind of sucked. There wasn't a lot of loot from you killing people. You did them by completing missions, and then you got a little bit of loot, and honestly, it gets tedious after just a few hours. And it was a huge letdown. The skins were kind of boring. There was only like 3 each went on release. Maybe a few color changes. That was about it. So it was kind of boring. But this release leaked, and a lot of people are hyped up. I'm hoping it's not fake. If it is, I can insert my foot in my mouth. But video I'm going to show you is just roughly like a minute long. And just to preface this, this is not me saying it's real. I'm just hoping it is. But everywhere I'm seeing it's a canceled game, unfortunately. But if not, hey, let's hurry and get this out. And if it fails, it fails. But if it don't, I got some hopes for this if it goes through.
New York City. Nothing in the whole world I wouldn't do for this big, beautiful apple. One moment, you're scarfing down a slice from Vinny's. The next, you're stopping a supervillain prison break. Sometimes you can swing it as a lone wolf, but you're way better off with some friends.
I got a fool that tells me what to do. Sometimes I feel so nice. I wanna try myself with a few. I got soul, and I'm super bad.
I've seen the Sinister Six before. Never so methodical, so savage. I don't think I'm gonna be enough this time, guys. But together, it just might be. You in?
So I'd be careful. This is still fairly new. It's not fully, been addressed yet if it's actually real. I've tried to look at plenty of things about it and haven't found anything. It's still under the, alleged part. But if this is real, this is something that may have been canceled. That's the sad part. So that's something that we may not ever see. The idea is still there. But, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time an idea got leaked and they've seen enough of it for it to get, pushed to the forefront. So with the way gaming is now, this is about the only thing that probably have some positive outlook. If it even got released this year, because we're still waiting on a DLC. Obviously, they had some leaks happen with an update, which I think they patched by now, with Spider-Man 2, where there was a whole lot of DLC leak. But if you don't know, there's just a few games this year that's even worth a shit to me. I know there's probably plenty of games out there that people know about, but the only ones that I really care about as of right now that I know is getting released, or has been released, was Final Fantasy, Dragon's Dogma 2, and pretty much that's about it. That's the only 2 games I'm looking forward to, which is actually a really good thing. Because you can't go wrong with Insomniac. Spider-Man, the second one, while it didn't win a Game of the Year, which I was okay with, because I didn't think it actually was good enough for it. It still wasn't a bad game. And if you got a multiplayer attached to that, where you can play as a plethora of spider people, all of them will probably have similar abilities if I had to guess. And that's the thing. That's why I might be wrong. It doesn't seem like it could be possible, because it took a lot for them to make 2 Spider-Mans, with different abilities. I could imagine how hard it would be to actually address multiple ones, especially the multiverse level. Especially with the profits they made. A lot of these companies, if you don't know, they don't make profits like you think they do. Well, yeah, it's profitable. There's a lot of higher ups that like to pocket that money because they're assholes. So the profits never really get back to the company. So what profits they made probably would go to another game, but nothing like that yet. I'm pretty sure they're going to stick to, single player. But we can only dream. If it would be anything close to what it should be, I don't know how they could address it, because you don't have certain things that would make that game live service available. While a lot of people are hyping it, well, cool. Give it that. It just doesn't seem like it would fit. I think it would ruin a franchise before it's fully, fleshed out. We haven't got a third game yet. We're still waiting on DLCs. And it's supposed to be getting expanded, essentially, that Insomniac's got its own, Marvel video game universe, basically. So we still have way more to come before, even the next DLC. Right now, waiting on Wolverine to come out. Now, the trailer, pretty much that got released, it's essentially all the leak shit that everybody done seen, at least the stuff I saw. I just wonder if they're going to go one and the same, like it's going to be, referencing each other, or if you'll even see Wolverine run into Spider-Man somehow, or there's going to be, pretty sure there's going to be Easter eggs about the universe as much as possible. That's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.